Welcome back to Golf Simulator Videos. We're back today with the Trackman Virtual Golf 3 Golf Simulator software. We actually gave a first look at this new software update from Trackman when we visited their new headquarters in Denmark. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. I'll actually put a link down in the description. But we actually haven't gone out and played a round of golf, and they've actually had updates since then. So it's really cool. They've actually added new courses, and why not go out and play the difficult and well-known Bethpage Black. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you guys all kinds of things in this video. As always, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like the video, comment any questions, thoughts, things like that down in the description. And as always, stay tuned to the channel because there'll be a lot more like this coming. Let me know what you want to see. So I'm not playing the tips. I'm playing one tee in, which is I think a little under 7,000. Tips play at like 7,500. I figured I'd take it a little easy on myself, just early morning here when I'm recording this video, and my swing speed hasn't been that amazing. And this is a very difficult course, so we'll try to take it a little easy on ourselves. But basically where it has us aimed down there, it's a pretty heavy dog leg to the right. I'm sure you guys have seen this on TV before. I love, all the updated graphics, the foliage, everything like that. Looks really nice. I'm gonna try if I can to get this ball to work a little bit right. If not, I'll probably end up in the rough down there if I get a hold of it. Let's see. Yep, I have a problem holding that, club going to the left. But I will take that off the first tee any day just to get warmed up. Puts me in the rough, and we get to talk about some different things as well now that we're there. So the first thing is you'll notice I have my camera kind of lifted up just a little bit. Well, the reason is because I wanted to show how it actually has the different lie angles now. And I'm not left or right, I'm only down 1 degree. I'm in the rough. You can see I'm 89 to 94% power and spin 70 to 85. I really like how it gives you those ranges of the lie. It's just easy to look down at. I want to know what to expect, and that way I can play for that, and that's good practice. So because I'm losing that much, I'm actually going to hit, I think, well, it's going to release a lot. So let's try to get a pitching wedge kind of towards the front of the green. If I could carry it 125 or so, and then it would release up there. I mean, I'm going to try to hit this for actually over 130 because of that deduction in power. I hit that pretty well. You can see I had a little draw to it. Hopefully it rolls up. I'll take that all day long. We've got a putt for birdie. Very narrow green on number 1 here at Bethpage. And, with not a whole lot of green to work with on the front, I feel like that was a great play. So, got a downhill putt, breaking to the right. You can turn these indicators off. I have them on. I think it's kind of cool to see that, kind of width that you can, approach the hole at different speeds. So it's nice to have that, pathway down there so you can see that. 14.5 feet, downhill 2 inches, so I would play this for about 12 feet. I have the stimp on 11, which gets pretty close to my turf here in the sim. Let's see if we can actually get this thing in for birdie. Be a great start. I don't think I got the speed. That was just a little off. Man, it was a valiant effort, I guess, for the first hole at Bethpage. I'll take par all day, honestly. Gives you a nice little gimme for par, and then you'll see that we actually get a little drone overhead preview. You can choose different previews for each hole. You can turn this off if you want. And I figured, since we're here to show you guys these new graphics, let's talk a little bit about it. So, I love the shadowing. I actually have this kind of more towards the early morning day. And if I hit drone and I go hole, you'll actually get a full hole overview. And you can actually have this as your hole preview if you want. That's a setting that's available. And like I said, or you could have no hole preview. Now notice how those trees stick out on this dog leg to the left. Here's something that's really cool. Notice this target button. It'll actually take you to the spot where you're aimed. So what's interesting about this is if I think I can land the ball there, now I know what my second shot looks like. So it's pretty cool to have a target view like that. It's really simple. Of course, you can go to the green and everything else. We'll do some different things as we move on. Now, I am going to point out right now, you'll see the little boxes up in the clouds. That is a known thing that they're going to fix that should be released here soon. So that's nice because they're working on this whole new element of dynamic, like time and weather and everything. It's really cool. So like the clouds are dynamically changing as you play, and the sun will move. There's all kinds of things they're working on that are really cool. I think I'm going to stay aimed there, but I'm going to kind of aim a little bit left in the sim and try to play that draw that I just hit. I think that's the play here. So close that face down a little bit, go over the trees and cut the corner, and look at that. You set yourself up for an awesome second shot. So that actually ended up being executed better than I expected. I will take that all day long. Let's go ahead, grab our 58-degree wedge. Now here's where I get to show you guys a little more of that detail. Notice in the lower left, I'm now 3 degrees left, 5 degrees up. That's my lie. So it's really nice just to ease, you know, they used to have like a colored grid and you kind of like be looking at it wondering what it is. It's just real simple to look down there now and get that. So it's 20 feet uphill. I'm getting spin on this shot. So I want to hit it for a little over 60 yards, maybe 65 or so is what I'm thinking. Hopefully I gauge that right. Spin back. That was a little much. Still going to set me up for a birdie putt. I'll take it. Probably just jumped at that ball just a little more than I wanted to. With the uphill and everything, I just wanted to get it there, and I'm not complaining. It gives me a pretty solid putt overall here, just working a little bit right to left. Now, the way that I have putting set up, I should point this out too. I have it set up to where it aims me for the target line. I just putt dead straight. I like playing this way. I work on speed and I work on my target line being straight down the sim. You know, the IO, the Trackman IO that I'm playing with, it actually will measure this putt in a short distance, so I'm not worried about the ball bouncing and sometimes changing direction after it leaves my mat. You know, it has a very large hitting area. I can putt all the way from the back here, or I could putt all the way from the front. Let's try to push it. Yeah, there it is. So I mean, it's a big hitting area, and it tells you that when you go to approach the ball, if for some reason you're outside of the hitting area, it'll let you know that. If you guys haven't seen the first look video of Trackman IO that I did, check it out. I mean, I go in depth in all that stuff. All right, so I like putting it kind of back here, so I'm going to get a decent roll on my hitting mat. 19, so for about 16 or 17 feet. I wanted to get that one there. Oh, of course, what did I do? I blew it by the hole. I just thought about it when I approached it, and I was like, get this to the hole, don't leave this short. Well, got a little aggressive with it. I knew it right when I hit it too. All right, so we really need to make this. It's an uphill putt at least, about 10 feet. Let's see if we can get this in the hole and get away with our par. All right, good putt. We save our par, we move on. And with Bethpage, if I'm even par, I'm happy. Not the easiest of courses, that's for sure. I grabbed my driver, but I want to say that hole 3 might be a par 3. I haven't played this course. Yeah, it is a par 3. Check that out, though. I mean, I love how deep their, you know, rendering of what's out there goes. That's really nice. I like how the tee is lower on the par 3s. I think I talked about that in one of my videos. Now here's an update that's coming that I actually asked for, and they said that I think it's in the next release that's coming soon. So this alignment feature. Now I can move my ball all the way over here and hit it from here. It's really cool if that's something you take advantage of and you want it shifting. But let's say you always play from the middle like me and you don't want it kind of moving a couple inches every time. Well, they're actually going to allow you to turn that off. and they're actually going to adjust the sensitivity too. So it'll if you move it more, then it will move, not if it's just an inch or so. So I think that's smart. 164 yards. I'm going to play a very light 7-iron. I want to get it there. I think I'd really have to reach with an 8-iron. I'd rather play less, you know, not have to get after it, play more club, I should say. Oh, man, I hit that really well. I hope that's not too much. I just made a normal swing and I clipped it. Right when I hit the ball, I told myself, I was like, wow, that was hit really well, and that was too much club. It's all right. Let's see if we can get up and down here. Show you guys some chipping on the IO. I just feel like if I were to hit an 8-iron there, I would have really had to, you know, give it all. And I tend to tug my clubs when I, you know, am going after it. So it's 15 yards. It loses 5 to, you know, whatever you want to call it, 10% or so of power. But the problem is the spin. And so this is something that I do sometimes. Is I'll actually let's go up. Yeah, I can't quite see it there. So what I'll do, let's go to target, and let's move this back to right here or so, because now what it's going to do is it's going to tell me what that distance is. And I'm going to go left of the hole. That's tough to see where that's at. Maybe right there. I mean, I might as well just know that it's going to, I think it's going to break a little bit right. So right there, maybe. You don't even need to do the target view on something like that. But the reason is now I know that it's only 19 feet to the target. And that's my goal, because this thing's going to really release out of the rough. I'm going to try to lift it up. All right. That might be too much. Stop. Ah. It's just when you're trying to get under the ball and not end up back in the rough, I'd rather have a putt than end up in the rough. And now if our putting is on, we can make this 10-footer that's actually playing almost 15 though. You can see 11.7 uphill 3 inches. It's a makeable putt. Just missed it. Just missed it. I feel like I might have pushed that just a little bit, and that's all it takes. If you push that with a little speed, and now we're 1 over. Oh man, let's see what we can. I was really hoping, even if it was an even round of golf here at Bethpage, I would have been happy. But there's a lot of golf left. Let's see what we can do. All right, hole 4, par 5, opportunity hole. And this is what's interesting. So it's 270 to the end, and it's uphill. So I think that that's the right aiming spot. You're going to end up, you know, short, and you're going to have a shot in. That's a good uphill chance to get there in 2. Going past that is not in my bag. Not an awesome swing, but it actually, you know, works out really well. It just wasn't amazing contact. I would assume that the spin, yeah, see how that spins higher than my normal? It was just low on the face, which isn't a bad thing. I tend to spin the ball way too low with my driver, and that's when I'm hitting high on the face. So no complaints with that. I'll take it all day long. So we're out of the rough, we lose power, but we also lose spin. And then it's uphill. So I really think this is a 6-iron. I'm going to play it for like 185. I feel like that's the right choice. I would have honestly loved to be out of the fairway, you know, with this type of shot, but let's see what we can pull off. Get my tee out of the way, just kind of distracting. Tugged it maybe just a little, yeah. Just get me on the green and I'm happy. I mean, I'll take it all day. On and 2 at Bethpage on a par 5. Yeah, I'll take it. So this is an opportunity to get that stroke back. Let's see what we can do. I will say that I've played Bethpage on a lot of software. I've also watched it on TV a lot. I mean, I definitely always love the attention to detail that Trackman has. Virtual Golf 3 obviously taking it to a next level. While the trees are there, let's show you guys a little bit of the environmental changes. We'll do this on a tee box too, but when you go to the settings and go to environment and change environmental settings, you'll notice I was kind of playing early in the day. Well, check this out, because I'm going to actually bring the shadows right on the green. And let's say it was a foggy morning. Check that out. I just really like what they can do here. Let's say it was a really cloudy morning, kind of socked in, the sun's just kind of peeking through. Man, it's a really, really nice look that you can get. They call it kind of like the God rays coming through, you know, the trees. But now look at the shadows come right out over top and just kind of moving just a little bit, you know, just a couple mile/per-hour wind there. All right, let's see what we can do here. 31 feet 4 inches downhill, playing roughly 27 or so. Good opportunity. I wanted to get it there and give it a chance. What did I do? I pushed it. I thought I did. It went right of my target, and sure enough, I pushed it just a little bit. I think it was the right speed and everything. And let me tell you, just like we were talking about, I will take a birdie at Bethpage any day. Now, hole 5. I don't remember what hole 5 is. Par 4 looks like. Look at that. How cool is that? Like the buildings and the detail. You know, like if we go over here and do drone and just go up and just let it hold, those are the things that I really appreciate. Is look at far, far in the distance, the detail that you see. That's really, really great. Isn't that balls flying in the air and everything? You have that type of detail. Now, I've shown you guys in the past, I want to say, that you actually can move the ball on the tee box. So I'm not sure if that's something that you ever wondered if you could do, but you can move it anywhere inside of that square. So we'll hit confirm now, and that will come back. I'm doing that with the ball and the 2 arrows right here. You can bring up your menu, or I should say map, and if you want to check out your aim point, I'm going to go right down there. I can bring that back smaller. Now notice that logo that keeps coming up in the left for Golf Simulator videos. That's a cool feature. So if you have a commercial environment and you're set up as a facility with Trackman, you can run events, you can do all kinds of leagues and things, but the branding I think is cool. So you could even have a sponsor. Let's say that you know, you're a bar and it was a beer sponsor. You could throw that up there. Maybe they can contribute to the league for a prize. Could be a golf sponsor, give away, you know, a dozen golf balls or something, and tell them that you're going to have their logo up there for the length of the tournament. That's pretty cool stuff. All right, let's see what we can do. Once again, not an amazing strike, but I'll take it all day long. I'm going to end up in the left rough. I'll take good misses any day. It just was a little heely, you know, and got away with it. Got away with it. One thing that I'd like to see eventually is that club path video, being able to like throw it up in a small box somewhere on the screen. You can throw it up on a third monitor as long as you have the complete version. The home version doesn't allow that, you know, external option to have data and things, but that third screen really is cool. 159, losing some power. Now, this is interesting because I will actually, instead of worrying about hitting that tree, I'm actually going to aim right, and I'm going to still hit an 8-iron because I can squeeze extra out of my 8-iron when I'm hitting a draw. And so we're going to aim right and try to draw it in there a little bit. That should squeeze some extra distance, release a little bit because of the spin out of the rough. Oh, I was hoping to get a little more release than that. I think that was a great play from there still. I'll take it. I will take it. I know with the power deduction that it probably wasn't getting there, so the fact that we have a pretty straight putt, 22 feet, 4 inches uphill, so playing about 26, 27. This is another pretty good opportunity. Hopefully that speed is right. We did it. All right. It was a straight putt. I figured even if I just hit this thing relatively straight with some speed, I got a good opportunity. And sure enough, we're 1 under now at Bethpage. I'm not from the tips. All right. I mean, that's like social suicide for me to probably play from the tips and show it in the channel. That'd be fun though. Maybe I'll do some challenges like that. You guys can watch me, go 15 over on courses like this. I mean, when you throw some distance into the mix and you're playing longer clubs, it really changes everything. All right, so let's see. It's downhill, a little bit of wind in the face, but not much. 281 puts us to that edge down there. I think that'd be great. Now notice we've got these rays coming in now. It's really changed. Now, the whole plan they have with this environmental setting is that as you play, it'll kind of speed up. And then what will happen is let's say we've been playing for a little while, you would eventually be just looking at this. Like let's say it's right there. And the clouds are still actually changing, if you guys haven't noticed. That you'll just see them kind of formation. Just like you would in real life, you'll see the formation kind of change. It's pretty cool. All right. Hopefully that isn't too far left. That deep rough could be challenging. Whew, got away with it. Ball speed's finally cracking 160. I mean, early morning here without, I made a couple swings before hitting the record button, but now this is interesting. Here's another opportunity. I guess it's not as bad as I thought. If I would have landed up on that hill, but I'm 2 degrees right, 2 degrees up. So nothing that will affect me too much in my opinion. The interesting part is that it's like a full 58 for me. Generally I'd be worried about it spinning back because I tend to spin this quite well. And I don't have to worry about that because I'm losing so much spin. So I think I can just play a 90% 58 or so, 85% 58. Hopefully I didn't push it too much. I felt the face just a little open. All right, I'll take it. Yeah, I got to get the body warmed up and turning. Just not exiting my clubs left like I would like to, but that's okay. We keep giving ourselves opportunities, and I'll take it all day. I would have really loved to see a birdie gimme at some point here with some opportunities like that within 100 yards, but all right, 25 feet. These are straight putts. I don't think I picked a hard pin setting, so that's probably why we're seeing some forgiving putts here on these greens. All right, so I knew it. I don't know if you guys saw it. Felt good on the speed, and it was just right of the dot again. And I can tell when it's coming off of here if it bounces or not. If it's a smooth roll off of my mat, you can tell, and then you can really pay attention if it's on my target line or not. I'll take the gimme par. I thought I had an opportunity there. The speed felt really good. All right, what do we got now? Hole number 7. Oh, it's another par 5 opportunity. Okay, I like that. So let's bring our map up again. I have a touch screen, which is nice, just as easy with a mouse, honestly. So that gives us some freedom down there to go a little bit right or left, and brings us into the hole at like 211, which is an opportunity to get home in 2 if I want. We'll see what it looks like if I can get a decent drive down there. Notice how I'm teeing the ball over to the right, and it's moving a little bit to the right. I mean, it's nice because that's really where the ball is. What's wild is I can tee it up all the way over here if I want to. My room is about 15 feet wide, And then with curtains and different things that I have, it's a little bit narrower. So, I mean, I tend to tee it up here just to kind of give myself a little bit of room and not be too tight. But, I mean, I do have plenty of room. I mean, I feel comfortable. But it's nice. It's so nice having that option. I think I'm going to get away with another little Healy shot again. I mean, I'll take these little misses all day long. My driver can be wild some days, and it can be awesome some days. So, you know, for how much I've been playing lately, I will take these all day long. All right, I'm playing a different driver. I had some people ask me this. They were emailing me. I did upgrade to the latest TaylorMade QI10LS. I still have my same Ventus Black 6X shaft, so that's what I play. Generally, if my club head speed, I was all the way up to like 111, 112 on average and stuff, and right now, just a little tired and haven't been playing a lot. A little slower than normal, but that's okay. This is what's interesting. So this is another opportunity where I would probably go to Target and I would look at like bringing this back to like, what does it take to reach the green? You know what, when it brings me to Target, so I'm clicking the wrong direction. I think I need to bring that up to them. That's twice that it's done that. So I went to Target and I thought that this was the front of the green, but it's not. I was backing up there. So you're probably better off right now just bringing this map up bigger and seeing, okay, so it's 198 to the front of the green. So that's interesting for me. I'm losing spin, so I feel like this is going to carry a little longer than normal. So I think I just go with a 5-iron. I mean, generally it can carry 195 or so. I mean, I noticed the power is just a little bit low there. I hope I'm not. I just feel like 4-iron's too much. I might be wrong. I might switch. Let's go 4-iron. No laying up, right? I hit that pretty well. So if it's the right distance and I didn't second guess it wrong, it hit right inside. Look at the ball mark. It's another appreciation I have for Virtual Golf 3 is when the ball's in the sand. I showed that in the first video. It's really cool how you get this new line rolling in the sand, but the ball mark, you can see it. It's still there. It's a realistic looking ball mark. It's really cool. Well, this is a eagle opportunity. So I will take this all day long. It's only playing about 10 feet. So I need to be careful when I back my ball up. That dot's about 10 feet. So I need to be careful on speed. Break. Ooh. That wasn't the best putt in the world. You could even see it bounce off of my mat, and I think it had a lot to do with my strike of the ball. Not my best putt, but I'll take another birdie and be 2 under at Bethpage Black, trust me. No complaints with that at all. So, what do we have here? Hole number 8, a par 3. Really cool. I forgot about this hole. I haven't played this course in a long time, and I'm glad that we picked this. I mean, it's just such a well-known course. Let's do a flyover. I'm here to show you guys the graphics. We're here to go through everything we can. Let's go hole, and let's soak up these Virtual Golf 3 graphics. Now, I want to point out to you guys that I'm recording this in a high bit rate and everything, but YouTube steps on it. So you're just never going to get what I'm seeing in real life. You know, I have so many people that ask, you know, like, what about 4K? What about this? And first of all, 1080p looks awesome. If you can't invest in an expensive computer, understand that if you get a high lumen quality 1080p projector, it's really nice. That's the key though, is high lumens, high quality, 1080p can be fantastic. So if you can't go 4K, don't stress about it. 185 downhill 25 feet. I have green to work with. I think it's a 7-iron. Especially if I just make that swing I made on that one approach shot, I think it was. Or no, that was a par 3, wasn't it, that I skied? Oh, great. So 2 7-irons. It shows you the length of this course. No short par 3s, even playing a tee in from the tips. And what did I do? Oh my gosh, I hit behind the ball, closed my face down. We're going to see a sand shot. That was not the same swing that I made on that first par 3. Yeah, I just dug in just a little bit. It grabbed the club, closed the face. I get to show you guys that line of the ball rolling in, which I think is really cool. I mean, the detail has just really been stepped up in Virtual Golf 3. And then what was nice talking to Jacob and Al Perrin in Denmark, and if you haven't watched that video, listen to them in my interview process when we were talking, and how they have things that they've set up the basis for in this engine to enhance things ongoing. So, you know, what you see right now is not the virtual golf that you're going to get, period, moving forward. It's actually going to be, I got to remember, I can't use that target, so I'm actually going to do this. That's great that I get to point that out to him, though. I'm sure that's an easy fix. So we're going to aim there because it's going to go to the right. And that's 16 yards or so. But the way they were describing how they, you know, laid this foundation for ongoing improvement, and they have some great ideas. You know, Jacob was kind of teasing in that video. You know, it's pretty cool. So 23 yards, but I'm losing 20%, and I'm not losing a lot of spin. I'm 2 degrees to the right and 1 degree down, so I'm trying to play for all of this. This is an important shot if I want to keep this 2 under. Oh my gosh, I thought I had a chance. I got quiet there. I got quiet. That was exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know if you noticed the splash out of the sand. Let's see if I can grab that and just do a quick replay and have you guys pay attention to the sand splash. So what's so cool about this, let's just stay on player view. Look at like that, I see, so that's a little different. I don't think that would be player view if I stayed on that. So I'll have to maybe point this out to them as well, because it should just stay there. It shouldn't move if I'm on player view. That feels like almost like broadcast to me. Let's see what broadcast does. Yeah, that's broadcast. So player view needs to be adjusted. Follow. Look at the dust of sand that land, you know, after you hit it. That's awesome. Really, really cool. All right, we got to bring it home. What do we have? We have hole number 9, par 4. Looks like it's a heavy dog leg to the left, and we'll do a final flyover for you guys. Let's do a whole flyover so you can get a gauge of it all. Now, you know, I am impressed with the efficiency they've been able to bring out of this. Even though I have a very powerful computer, you have to understand I'm running the I/O, which takes GPU. I'm running 4K duplicated, so not only on a projector, but on a monitor with a third monitor that has my recording software. All right, and with that recording software running, I'm still able to produce this smooth of a quality. So, you know, I'm impressed. This is my first time doing a full 9 holes like this, and seeing how it was going to perform. And I'll be honest with you, it's efficient. And I'm very happy. So this is kind of a corner cutter, and it's risky. I'm tempted because that's uphill, and I haven't been hitting the ball super far. I'm tempted to go there, even though that heel shot's been in play. Maybe I can try to get this ball working a little left, and hopefully that would curve around a little bit. Oh no! Perfect round of golf, and I totally missed it. I just came in and hit behind the ball. I mean, trying to work the club, you know, inside out, and just dipped on it. What did I do? Oh, this is a mess. Well, you guys get to see the details out of the trees. That was just horrible. Just horrible. So, in this type of situation, I'm just going to tell you right now, with that bush there, this is a punch-out shot. I mean, I would tell you never do anything other than punch out of here. You're going to need some power, and you're going to need to keep it low because you don't want it to hit those branches. I'm going to play a 7-iron, and my goal is just to get it out there in the fairway if I can. If it curves a little left, great. Of course, what did I do? I went up high, the branches grabbed it, and it went down. I did not get that low enough at all. I'm 121 to the pin. The question is, oh man, this is tough. This is really tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to curve this around enough, is the tough part. So it's 121. If I grab like a 9-iron, because of the power that I'm losing, aim there and just give it a huge hook, I might have an opportunity. Okay. I mean, I'll take that from there. Oh, I can't believe that I get talking there and not focused, and I just ruined my chances of a great score at Bethpage on the last hole. But I get to show you guys additional shots. So I have to sink this for par. 23 yards. I truthfully need to go up and look at what I'm dealing with. You know, one thing that I think that they probably need to do is have this adjustable to where I can zoom in and out. And I don't think they have that available. So once that goes up, I would like it to zoom in. So I'm going to bring that up to them. But that looks pretty straightforward overall. I had a similar shot distance-wise on that last one. So let's see if I can just play that again. It's 6 to the left as far as my lie goes. Oh, it was a valiant effort. We bogey the last hole after a horrific drive, and we end up 1 under at Bethpage. I'm okay with that. I'm actually really okay with that, especially after that terrible drive on the last hole. But I think this was a really good overview overall. I mean, we got to see a lot. We got to see sand shots and putting and chipping and different drives and all kinds of things here at a brand new course, Bethpage Black. Plus, I think I've identified a few things that I'm going to share with Trackman that will be useful as far as players, you know, out on that course looking for options and things like that. So if you guys see any of that stuff that you'd like me to share with them additionally on top, let me know. I'd love to hear what you think. You know, put it down in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot more coming soon.